Welcome everybody to First and Base, the 3Kings Sports Talk. I'm one of the 3Kings, Benjamin Anderson, as you can see from the name above me.
And I'm one of the other 3Kings, Tay, right there, Twitter name also.
Alright, so this is going to be our little sports talk, little sports rants. And first thing we're going to talk about is the early NBA season. And, you know, a lot of people really high on the Knicks because they just blew out the Heat for the second time this year. My whole thought on that is, I mean, you ain't going to be able to shoot like that in the playoffs. So, what you think about the Knicks?
I mean, you know, people are going to call you a hater. You're a hater, bro. They're going to call you a hater for not believing the Knicks. You know, bro, the Knicks, are you aware the Knicks have Melo? Did you know that the Knicks have Carmelo Anthony? Like, bro, it's amazing.
So did the Denver Nuggets for they got out
you can't compare that, man. You can't compare that. That team had Nene Hilario on it, but and Vashawn Leonard, but yeah. Well, yeah, the Knicks, man. I mean, the Knicks are playing well right now. You know, you got Jason Kidd, who's 85 and still shooting threes, and you know,
there's no lift three-point shot.
Hey, but it goes in.
Inch off the ground.
You got J.R. Smith, one of the dumbest niggas in the NBA, but he can light it up. He can light it up, man.
Or he can play terribly.
True that.
He's either gonna play amazing or he's gonna play absolutely horrible.
But he's hot right now, bro. He's shooting like 60% from three-point line. He's hot right now. He's killing it.
I wonder when his family's gonna get in a fight with the crowd.
Don't wish that on anybody. But my thing about it is, like, the Knicks are playing well. I just think the Knicks are gonna struggle in the playoffs. No. I don't want to say struggle. I just don't think they're not gonna get to the NBA final because you can't sit and tell me the New York Knicks are gonna beat the Miami Heat in a 7-game series in the NBA playoffs. It's not gonna happen. The only way that happens is if Melo completely goes insane and averages like 35 points a game, or if the Knicks hit 10 or 12, 13 threes a game. That's the only way that's going to happen.
What people fail to realize is they don't have an answer for LeBron. If you watch the stat line for that game, he had 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists.
The thing about it is nobody else was hitting that game.
Yeah, like if anyone else is hitting, they win that game.
Exactly.
Like they don't have Carmelo can't guard LeBron. He's never in AAU when they play AAU ball together.
Just to be fair, I mean, LeBron can't stop Melo either. But
but he can guard him.
True enough.
Carmelo might be he's the second best pure scorer in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's Durant first. Then Carmelo.
Yeah.
You're not going to stop them from scoring, but you can guard them.
Exactly.
Like LeBron did to Durant last year. Durant still averaged 30 points, but they were really quiet 30 points.
He made it tough. He made it tough for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Like, you ain't going to stop him from getting his 30. He's going to get his 30.
He's going to get his 30 regardless.
But you want to just make it as difficult as possible. You want to struggle to get that 30.
You want to control how he gets his 30, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like, Kevin Durant, like, people don't realize that. And those 5-game series, he averaged 30 points. You wouldn't know it, though, because LeBron played excellent defense.
Exactly.
So,
you wouldn't know it. The Knicks, man,
yeah,
I see the Knicks finishing second or third in the East. Or, you know what? I could even give the Knicks finishing first in the East and not making the NBA Finals.
I think they finish first. I think they end up finishing first in the East. I just don't think they're going to win the final. I just don't think they'll get out.
The only thing about me with them finishing first is, like, when adversity comes, how are they gonna handle it? And
because shots ain't gonna land like that. Novak, old unathletic ass, ain't gonna be able to shoot.
Don't you diss Novak, bro? Don't you diss the 2K12 MVP? Don't you diss him? Don't you diss Steve Novak, bro? No.
Steve Novak can shoot, but that's all he can do. That's all Steve Novak can do is shoot.
Man, he
don't got no mid-range shot.
Bro, his handles are getting dope. His handles are getting wet, man. His handles are getting dope, bro. Don't sleep on his game. Don't sleep on his game, bro. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But yeah.
So before we get out the NBA topic, let's talk a little bit about the Lakers and their struggles.
The L.A. struggle face Lakers. The struggle face Lakers. Kobe Bryant still, Kobe being Kobe, jacking up 20-something shots a game and scoring 30 and then losing. And, fans blaming everybody else but the guy who took 27, 29 shots. But yeah, that team. But it's not all on Kobe. It is. I want to make it seem like it's all on Kobe because the team is in some disarray right now with Nash being out and Powell being out. But still, with all that money, $100 cap, payroll on that team, like, get it together, man. Get it together.
I mean, I think eventually they will, but people need to realize this team ain't built to win no championship. Like, defensively they're slow. They're big, but they're slow.
Bro, they give up 50, 60 points every game by halftime. It's like clockwork. They're giving up 50, 60 points.
They're big, but they're slow. They're big and white. Outside of the white, there's no real athletes on their starting line. Like Kobe has lost a lot of his athleticism. He's still
athletic enough, NBA too.
Oh, he's still athletic. He just ain't doing like helicopter dunks like he used to. Like he ain't that athletic.
And then when it comes to Ron Artest, he can from time to time he reverts back to being, but he's not the same perimeter defender he was as far as being like side to side defender. You can get past Ron Artest.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, hell, there was a time when Ron Artest was shutting down every single game. Like you wasn't doing nothing with Ron.
Exactly.
But there's also a time that Ron Artest was averaging 20-some odd points a game.
True. That's about 8 years ago, man. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about nothing about Ron Artest scoring 20 points a game.
He used to be able to score. I guess he lost.
My bad. Meta World Peace. I gotta call him by his real name.
That nigga's Ron Artest.
He's Meta World Peace, man. He's all for peace when he not elbowing the shit out of niggas. He all for peace when he ain't elbowing the shit out of niggas.
And then act like he ain't do nothing.
Oh my god, that was the biggest fail I ever seen in my life. He was so surprised. I elbowed a nigga like that ain't your first time.
I elbowed him and gave him a concussion. What?
You stupid as hell.
What? But yeah, the Lakers will be fine, man. People need to calm down about the Lakers. But moving on to the NFL, let's talk about this Rookie of the Year race.
The National Flag Football League.
My Rookie of the Year will probably, if I had a vote, it would be Robert Griffin III. Dude is nice. He broke Cam Newton's rushing record. He is got probably, I think, a 71% completion rate. He's like third in the league in QBR, which matters about zero, but they throw it up on ESPN, so I know motherfuckers QBRs, which don't even fucking matter. But yeah, he's third in the league in QBR. He's was a 4.340 out here, only throwing 4 interceptions.
All right. Enough of you slobbing over RG3. RG3's a great player. He had a great season, but you could make the case for Andrew Luck being the MVP.
Even
very easy. No, I'm talking about MVP. He's gonna. You know what? I put him in top 5 in MVP game. I put him in top 5. I would. He was winning, but I put him in top 5. The Colts were a playoff team, bro.
The only reason I say that is, look, Andrew Luck is a good quarterback. But if you go and look at his actual numbers, not that impressive.
Ben,
he's thrown just as many interceptions as he has touchdowns.
I'm not saying
this is a numbers award.
No, it's not. It's supposed to be the most valuable to your team. They make it a numbers award, but what the award is who's the most valuable to your football team.
Then that would be Adrian Peterson. He should win the damn award.
But he's so
comeback player.
But they're not going to the playoffs, Ben. So I don't give a shit. I love AP, but he ain't going to the playoffs. So I don't give a shit. Don't give a shit.
I'm just telling you.
I understand.
It's not. Andrew Luck is not going to win the MVP, nor is he going to win the rookie.
Nor did I say he was, man. I said he might be in the top 5 consideration for what he's done for that team. Because here's the thing about it. when it comes down to it, the Indianapolis Colts are Andrew Luck or bust. RG3 could have a so-so game and the Redskins still pull out a victory. If Luck doesn't play to at least a so-so level, the Colts aren't winning any football games. None. Absolutely none. Zero.
I will say this. Because the Colts have zero running game, like you got a rookie out there throwing 40, 50 times a game, which is ridiculous.
Exactly.
I'll say this. Because they don't got a running game, I would say that, he's doing really well. I just think that if we're doing this rookie of the year thing, I would do RG3 just because he's the more electrifying of the two players. Like,
True.
Last year's MVP was between Cam and Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's team went to the playoffs, even though Andy Dalton's team was far better and still is.
True.
But Cam Newton was a more electrifying, special type of player. Like, we ain't even nobody talking about Andy Dalton. But people still out here on a losing team still talking about Cam. And I think the same thing will be with RG3. Like, I think RG3 is just the better athlete, a little bit better quarterback right now.
Yeah.
A little bit better quarterback right now. And Andrew Luck's a very good quarterback, but I think RG3 will win.
I mean, I'd vote for RG3. It puts Cam in the show. I'd vote for RG3. But I mean, what do you think about like a quick what do you think about the NFL, like, the playoff picture forming tonight? What do you see happening?
I think when it all comes down to it, it'll probably be the 49ers and like the Texans in the Super Bowl.
Whoa! You mean you're gonna just leave out the base guy like that? The base guy's not gonna make the playoffs, bro. Tom Brady, the base playoffs. Tom Brady, the base guy, not gonna make the playoffs.
He gonna make the playoffs. He ain't gonna make the Super Bowl. He'll make the playoffs.
We talking about the base guy here, bro. We talking about them. Come on.
And the Texans are better than the Patriots.
We're talking about the Hove of the NFL. We're talking about the Jay-Z of the NFL, man. We're talking about Tom Brady.
That's great. But the Texans are better than the Patriots.
True. Okay. First look, they are, but
And I just love watching the 49ers just pop people because there is no defense in the league that hits as hard as the 49ers do.
The only thing about the 49ers is it going to be Alex Smith in the playoffs or is it going to be Kaepernick in the playoffs? That's the only thing.
It should be Kaepernick. Kaepernick is the better quarterback. Kaepernick is the better quarterback. Now, I don't agree with how they took Alex Smith out again. Like, I wouldn't. If a quarterback for me has only lost 3 games.
But here's my thing.
Until he starts performing poorly, I'm not going to pull him out like that.
But here's my thing. As far as all the slander Alex Smith gets, he got them to the NFC Championship game last year. You're talking about.
I'm not saying Alex Smith is a bad. He was before last year. He was terrible. He was a bust before last year. Alex Smith is a good quarterback, but he's what you call a game manager. Alex Smith ain't taking no chance. Alex Smith can't push that ball down the field because Alex Smith doesn't have an arm to save his life. Like, Alex Smith's arm, I might be able to throw the ball harder than Alex Smith. Like, Alex Smith just ain't out here throwing bullets. Colin Kaepernick, on the other hand, you got Randy Moss on your team. Randy Moss runs 2 routes. The deep post and the go route.
The go route.
That is it. If you can't throw any of those routes, why he on your field? Why you even sign him if you got Alex Smith as your quarterback? First of all, I kind of figured, like, early in the season when they was working Kaepernick in on that little Tebow type style plays, their coach already kind of knew, like, at some point, I'm going to get Kaepernick in these games. Like, he was kind of thinking, like, especially since it's so quick after Alex Smith got hurt, and he was so quick to be like, Kaepernick's our starter. Like, you could already see, it was already working in his head, like, at some point I'm going to have to get this dude in here because our offense just looks so much better with him in here.
The only thing about Colin Kaepernick is when you get to the playoffs, he's never been there before. It's a whole new different ball game. But
before last year, they had Alex Smith. Before last year, Alex Smith had been a bust.
True.
Like, Alex Smith had been benched for Sean Hill in the league no more.
But he had the experience of being in a clutch. He made clutch plays in the NFC Championship game. I mean,
that's true.
Before that, the game.
The game against the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints. He made big time plays.
He did. Dude, I'm not trying to take none away from Alex Smith.
Is Kaepernick going to be ready to step up and make those kind of plays in the playoffs? Like, his team, she's going to be playing.
I mean, he did really good against the Bears defense, and the Bears got a really good defense.
That's in the regular season.
I really think. I don't. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it matters. Like, it might matter to us, that pressure thing.
Yeah.
But, like, for NFL players, I don't think it weighs on them, but I don't think they put as much merit in it as, like, the outside viewers.
Well, yeah, I think because...
Like, I know they probably think, like, oh, this is the last game of the season if we lose.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't put as much pressure on themselves as we kind of make it, like, oh, he crumbled under pressure. No, he just had a bad game. Like,
exactly.
We don't even think about the pressure. Like, I just think that's kind of more what they think of it. So I think if Kaepernick continues to play well, he didn't play well against the Rams, but everybody's gonna have a bad game. Everybody's gonna have a bad game. But if he continues to play well, I think they have a legit shot to get the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick.
It depends on who they see in the playoffs. Depends on that.
I mean, they ain't gonna have to leave home. It's gonna be at San Francisco.
True. Very true.
So I don't know. Look, Alex Smith is going to make somebody's team very happy next year. Larry Fitzgerald would love Alex Smith if Arizona Cardinals. I feel sorry for Larry Fitzgerald.
I don't know about love.
I don't know about love.
Larry
Fitzgerald. The last time Larry Fitzgerald had a quarterback, Larry Fitzgerald straight mauled the defenses, bro. When he had Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald was out there just destroying defense. True. He got John Skeleton and Kevin Cobb.
He said John Skeleton.
Just not getting passes near him. Whoever that quarterback was when they played the Jets, that was the worst quarterback play I've ever seen in my life.
Kevin Cobb. I don't know. Near him. I don't know what to say about Kevin Cobb. I don't. There aren't any words for Kevin Cobb. How horrible he is as a quarterback. Ain't no words. Like and
I remember when people was like, "Oh, he's gonna take Donovan Nabb's job." Nah, bro. Nah. There's a reason Andy Reid was like so quick to be like, oh wait, this dude Mike Vick can play again?
Exactly.
Boy. Yo, we trade Cobb today. Like, hey, Arizona,
bro,
you want Cobb?
Somebody email us or if you know what's Kevin Cobb rating on Madden now? Like a 49? What's his rating on Madden?
I should probably like 60 last time.
That's too high. That's too high, isn't it?
I put that shit at 50. But moving on. The Heisman. I know we differentiate on this, and you differentiate for like.
Bro, there should be no differential because he just won all the awards that you have to win the Heisman. He's gonna win the Heisman. That's Manti Te'o, linebacker from Notre Dame.
Dude, no defensive player. Better defensive players than him have been to the Heisman series from good schools. And they ain't won. I guarantee you, Manti Te'o ain't winning the Heisman.
If you want to bet, if you want to bet, we can make this thing happen, man.
I guarantee you tomorrow, Johnny Manziel will win the Heisman.
By the way, Manti Te'o did win the Maxwell Award. Just saying.
Which doesn't matter, bruh. Brady Quinn won the Maxwell Award. Vince Young won the Maxwell Award.
He won the Maxwell and the Walter Camp Award, man.
The Walter Camp was gonna be his anyway because of his.
You don't know what the hell you talking about.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Vince Young won the Maxwell, the Walter Camp, the Davey O'Brien, the Maxwell, the Maxwell, the Davey O'Brien, and like another quarterback. He won all the quarterback awards you could win, and the best offensive player. You know what Vince Young also didn't win? The Heisman. That's simple, bro. Well, I'm telling you right now.
Well, I mean, that's because
Manti Te'o will be the second. Really, shut up. Manti Te'o will finish second in voting because I don't think Colin Klein shouldn't even have been invited.
Bruh, you realize that Manti Te'o goes to Notre Dame University? Like, are you even like that?
When's the last time Notre Dame was relevant? When's the last time
it doesn't matter. They're Notre Dame.
It doesn't.
Bruh.
Nobody cares about Notre Dame.
Okay, man. All right. Okay.
Nobody cares about Notre Dame.
All right, man. All right.
Bro, last time Notre Dame won a championship, neither one of us was born.
I hear you. I totally
Lou Holtz was over there slurring and spitting on players last time they won.
You know what kills me? Like, the last time they won a national championship, it was with Lou Holtz, and he was still old. He looked the exact same he did then that he does now.
Bro, Lou Holtz has looked old since he was born. Like, Lou Holtz came out the womb looking old. With a speech impediment.
Benjamin Button.
Came out the womb looking old with a speech impediment. He cried and spit flying everywhere.
He's still
speech impediment, bro.
But
go ahead.
I think we can get to this last little part we wanted to get in on the end with y'all. And if there's any Carolina Panther fans out here, y'all know what we're going through right now. This season has been a total letdown since game 5 on.
I wouldn't even say the Giants game was a letdown because I thought they were going to lose that anyway. But as soon as Haloti Nakamura or whoever the fuck that safety is decided that he was going to play the center field and just let Roddy White get behind him, that's when I knew this season wasn't going to go right for us. As soon as I saw that play, I was like, yeah, that's smart.
Then you got Cam. Yeah, Cam playing well at times, and then reverting back to being indecisive and all that stuff.
It's more him playing well than people actually give him credit for. The thing with me is this.
But here's my thing. Now, he's had some moments of pure, what the hell is he doing out there throwing the football?
But that's second year quarterback stuff.
But bro, he's doing stuff like I'm talking about just like what is he doing? Like why do you throw that? Like what is he doing? Like he's not even looking to make this. Oh, okay, man. Okay.
But see, this is what I'm saying, right? A lot of other quarterbacks get this reason, like I saw an article about Andy Dalton, right? And Andy Dalton's having a sophomore slump too.
Yeah.
And they were like, why is it Andy Dalton's fault? Why his sophomore slump is not Andy Dalton's fault?
Mm-hmm.
Even though Andy Dalton has AJ Green, who might be one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league.
True.
Who Cam throwing the ball to?
Steve Smith, one of the top wide receivers in the league.
Steve Smith is at this point in his career, Steve Smith is still a great wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. He should be playing slot at this point.
Stop it. Don't disrespect him like that.
Bruh, Steve Smith will be nice in the slot. Like, that's not disrespect at all. Steve Smith in the slot, and if you could actually have freaking Brandon LaFell actually, play well consistently,
and catch the
and
ball.
You can put Steve Smith catch the ball, you can put Steve Smith in the slot, alleviate some of the double coverage, and then he can just be the Wes Walker for the team. But you can't do that with Brandon LaFell out here dropping wide open damn passes just for no reason. Like, here's my thing, right? This is my whole thing, right?
Okay.
And I say this, Cam has not handled losing very well. He doesn't handle it well. Which I don't personally think is a horrible thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, because it's not like he's saying it's everyone else's fault but mine. Like, he never has said that. The media will have you believe he said that at some point, but he's never said that. He's never said it's all, it's the wide receivers, it's the coaching. Like, he said, like, all the stuff. Like, he straight up said that. Now, my whole thing is this, right? There's a lot of people out there who didn't actually see Cam play last year.
Mm-hmm.
All you saw was numbers. A lot of those people were the people who, you heard people out of college, that dude that wrote that article on him never had met him. The dude that was like, he was a liar and have a fake smile and people hate him. You never met him at all. This is the same dude the next year that said RG3, said the same exact things about RG3. Mm-hmm. Said RG3 has a fake smile. He's ungenuine. Never met neither one of these players.
True.
A lot of people took all this credit from that article without being like, did he actually ever meet Cam? Did he actually ever go to Auburn? Because I guarantee you them people at Auburn wasn't, bruh, Gene Chizik loved Cam Newton. Gene Chizik would still have a job if he still had Cam Newton.
Gene Chizik is definitely not having no job out here in the streets right now.
I mean, he's still making $1.5 million over the next 2 years, so he ain't hurt.
True.
But this is my whole thing, right? The extra, instead of looking at it as, okay, there's things wrong with this team. Like, the people who thought this team was Super Bowl ready obviously wasn't watching the same team we was watching.
Nah.
This team won 2 games with this same roster 3 years ago. Yeah. 2 games. Same as that roster minus 1 player.
Yeah,
or minus 2. Minus 1 or 2 players. Luke Kuechly is a beast too. But minus 1 or 2 players. You had to get this team time to develop. And I think a lot of people, because they hadn't seen Cam last year, they were automatically like, oh, he's automatically going to make this huge jump and be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. Like, that's not how the progression of a quarterback works. Most quarterbacks in their second year don't have good years. His year actually, statistically, isn't that bad compared to his last year. He has less interceptions. If he continues on the track, he's going to have more touchdowns. But people got to give this man time to grow. Like, I don't understand. Like, it takes a moment to grow into an offense. Like, he came from running a spread offense. He's in a pro offense. It takes a little while. And people are so ready to be like, oh, he sucks.
Just to get to summarize this thing, it's like, I just think people need to calm down on Cam. He needs to handle some things better. He needs to, improve more, really get tunnel vision when it comes to being a quarterback. But people need to lay off of him because act like it's solely on him. No, it's a team effort, and the coaching has got to put them in a position to do better. And we're not going to go into the whole thing about, your favorite offensive coordinator in the whole world, Ben. What's Jasinski? We're not going to get into him right now. Well, that'll be a whole nother video probably at the end of the season where he's just going to lay into his ass. But,
fire Rodgers Jasinski, bro.
No, man, come on. Don't fire Rodgers Jasinski.
Gotta run. Bro, if you can't line up and run a simple I-formation running play, why everything got to be cute? Why everything got to be a read option play?
You can make him a special teams coach, but yeah, but yeah, man. I think people need to lay off Cam and give Cam that next year. Now, next year, if next year is a repeat of this year, then we have a problem.
But I don't think it will be. Like, that's the thing.
I'm just saying if it is
better. Like,
if he regresses, if it's another bad year, then you can start criticizing Cam like hard hitting criticizing. If he has another bad year.
Like if he has another year, if next year they're 3-8, and they don't look like even if and I know this might happen, even if he's playing really well, but the team is still losing, it's still gonna come on him. Cam next year could like put up like stupid numbers. Like Cam could throw for 30 some odd touchdowns, and it's completely possible for Cam to throw for 30 touchdowns and actually probably run for 30 touchdowns. Like, that's a possibility with Cam Newton. Because they ain't gonna get a ball to nobody else in the red zone because for some reason the running backs that they pay so much money to can't carry the ball in the red zone. So you got the quarterback doing backflips into the end zone.
I feel you. But I just think with Cam, we're gonna see. I just say like that. We're gonna see what he's made of, what the team's made of. I hope they do well next year. But this year, total bust. I can't even like watch football like I want to because my team sucks. But that's gonna wrap up First and Base, 3Kings First and Base Sports Rants with you guys. This first edition with me and Ben. It's gonna be an ongoing thing with me and Ben. I'm gonna go back and forth with y'all. If you wanna anything you want to rant about, hit us on the show, email 3kingspc@gmail.com. Holler at us on Twitter.
Hit us in the comments.
Holler at us on Twitter. Definitely on Twitter. My Twitter name is on the YouTube channel and right above me. Tape be knowing. Twitter.com. And that's going to wrap it up for us, man. I'm Taylor. That's Benjamin. It's 3Kings Podcast. First and Base Sports Rants. And we checking out. We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
We out.